Yo, welcome back to Infinite Investors. I know this portfolio update is a little bit late by a couple of days, but I was a little bit ill and I was also spending time with the family, so I didn't think you guys wanted to, one, be disturbed, and two, hear me cough and sneeze all over the camera. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about two stocks that I've sold, and I'm also going to talk about what's on my watch list. So hopefully it's going to be short and sweet. So let's first get into the two stocks that I've sold. As you can see here, I sold Facebook and I sold Snapchat. Now, I sold these stocks prior to buying PayPal, Uber and Okta. The reason why I sold Snapchat is just primarily that I just don't believe in it as a growth stock for me for 2020. Doesn't mean that it's a bad stock or a bad purchase, but there comes a time when you just have to decide, am I going to see the growth, or am I going to see what I potentially expect to see, or could my money be put to more use or more work in another stock? So, I think Snapchat had a good year this year, had some ups and downs. I personally believe I got into Snapchat late. I made previous videos about that during the early course of this year. And obviously, coming towards the end of the year and the beginning of the new year is a time for reflection. And I just felt that, rather than deposit new money into some of those stocks, I'm actually going to sell these stocks and actually reinvest some of that money into stocks that I think is going to have a better performance. And obviously I believe that Okta, Uber and PayPal is going to have a better performance. At least that's my personal rationale. I sold Facebook primarily for the same reasons, but I think the Facebook situation is a little bit different. Facebook, Apple, Amazon and what's the other one? Google are under a lot of scrutiny from a legislative standpoint. Now, obviously, next year is a big year in the US economy when it comes to elections and so forth. Now, I don't really know who's going to become president, but let's say a Democrat does become president, then I do think that there is a potential that, some of these big tech stocks might, be victim of being broken up. It's probably unlikely, but it's not out of the art of the possible. And I would say if that was likely to occur, I just can't see it happening to Amazon. I can't see it happening to Apple, and I don't really see it happening to Google, whereas I do see it happening to Facebook, primarily because they didn't really build WhatsApp and Instagram. They actually just acquired them, and I can see, because of the whole Cambridge Analytica and some of the other privacy and data scandals, that them being the first targets of this. So if there was a breakup, I would see Facebook as one of the most critical, or I would see the Facebook stock as one of the most affected by it, personally speaking. But even aside from that, again, similar to Snapchat, it's just not a stock that I feel absolutely strongly about going forward into next year. I just feel like my money can be put to better use, and obviously that's why I reinvested this money into the likes of Uber, PayPal and Okta, and obviously I deposited some new money as well. But that was my rationale for basically selling those two stocks and reinvesting those two stocks into some others. Now, there's going to be some of you out there that do believe in social media stocks. Again, this is absolutely my opinion. I could absolutely be wrong, so don't take this as advice or anything. They could both perform perfectly fine, and you guys, they might have already performed perfectly fine for you in 2019, and they could continue to do so. But for me personally, I decided to sell them and put them into those three stocks which I spoke about last week. And also, not only just those ones, there is other stocks on my watch list that for me personally are ones that I'm more interested in looking at over the course of 2020. So those of you that have seen the 17 growth stocks video, you would already know this, but for those of you that haven't, some of the stocks on my watch list are Apple, Tesla, iRobot, Nvidia, Qualcomm, Salesforce, and I've just added PageGroup, which was something I actually thought about towards the middle of last year, and then someone else brought it to my attention again, I think on Instagram, and I've just added it to my watch list just to monitor, because that could go as part of the whole UK dividend stock element. But yeah, if for me personally, I would rather put the money or put new money into any one of these stocks plus the existing ones that I currently hold, being whether they're the UK stocks or some of the US stocks that are currently there at the moment. So yeah, that's my basic rationale for selling those stocks, and these are the ones that I'm probably backing a little bit more going forward. You can see Apple's on the list, but even though they're a potential target for a breakup, I just personally can't see them getting it the way that that I could potentially see it happening for Facebook. But again, that's just my personal opinion on the situation. And I'm going to leave it there for today. I wish you guys a happy new year. Obviously, I'll come back next week with another portfolio update, talking about, you know, a lot more stuff, what's going on in the economy, top movers, top performers, etc. I'm due for another round of investing as well, so probably by that time you would have seen my next round of investing and what I'm going to do with my money. So, you know, there'll be a lot more updates during that period. But yeah, hopefully you found this useful. Please like, comment and subscribe. Have a happy new year, and I will catch you next week with another portfolio update, or Saturday this week. I'll catch you next year technically. Take care. Peace.